I'm vibing like I'm never alone, baby. And I want you guys here with me, knowing that we have God, the creator of the entire universe, walking with us. And the way he shows up for me is through my God wings, through these glimmers that nobody can tell me, oh, it's just a regular coincidence. Like yesterday, I'm talking to my brother Kevin, and we're just talking about the people you surround yourself with, guys, and how it's so important to keep good people around you. And I was telling him about my brother Kerry, who did a video, said, if you hang at a barber shop, eventually you're going to leave with a haircut. I mean, whoever you surround yourself with, you sort of like go along with them, right? So fast forward today, saying, let me have an appointment with my sons in the car, because we listen to the Kerry words of wisdom every day. Of all the things for Kerry to talk about after me telling my brother Kevin yesterday about the barbershop thing, listen what he says.
But now that I have a family who I could talk to and get advice from, and get good advice, more importantly, because you have some friends out there who can give you advice, right? But the advice don't make no sense. Hence the reason why in this particular part of the scripture, where it says, become wise by walking with the wise, hang out with fools and watch your life fall to pieces. Which is so true. They ever say, and they say, if you hang around in a barbershop long enough, you can leave with a haircut. So if you spend your time.
So nobody can tell me that was a coincidence, that I'm telling my brother about the Kerry saying that about the barbershop. And I asked Joshy, my son, I say, Josh, just pick a video from Kerry's words of wisdom, right? So I have a whole words of wisdom for you guys with Kerry messages. And so I say, Joshy, just pick one out of all of these, and tell him to pick that very one from my conversation with my bro Kay yesterday. No coincidence. God revealing a glimmer of his presence. How could that all line up on its own, guys? But I'm having this conversation yesterday with Kay. And of all the messages for my son to pick that exact one, was just God saying, Nick, I'm here with you. And I don't want you guys to feel like you're going through this life alone. Those God wings are just God's reminding me so I could tell you guys we're not going through this life alone. He's with us. The living God is with us. He's walking beside us. He goes ahead of us. He's in the background of the spiritual. And he's in control of everything and everyone. Of all these videos for Joshy to pick that specific one, guys. Come on. It's just God. He's saying, I'm in control of everything and everyone. That message just plays that I want to make the world pray again. So I want everybody waking up every day to these appointments with God, man. Go to the YouTube Words of Wisdom playlist for my brother Kerry. We roll with God. And just make Kerry one of your friends, guys. That every day, spend some time there or anywhere, but just making like God a priority in your life. It's just that I highly recommend these words of wisdom. So if you Google We Roll with God, you see it, words of wisdom there. And the playlist words of wisdom. So I have all the messages from my brother Kerry there. Just to remind us that we're not going through a life alone, baby. And it's good advice for our lives, man. That we can just know without any doubt that God is with us in every moment, so we can tap into his wisdom, his guidance for our lives, man.
Funny what it says. Become wise by walking with the wise. Hang out with fools and watch your life fall to pieces. Proverbs 13:20. And
so I was just telling my brother Kevin yesterday, I had a talk with my son Emmy about, not getting distracted, guys, and the people you hang out around in your life, they play such an important role. And who we become. So I was telling them this morning, because Emmy didn't even believe me that I told Kevin about the barbershop things. I had to call Kevin this morning, and I was just telling them I'm reminding myself of all the good advice that Kevin has been giving me all along, man. And the best advice he said is, Neeks, I want you to make God a priority. Have a relationship with God. Make God number one. And that's my message to you guys. Get closer to God. Exactly what he said. Get closer to God. Make God a priority. No better advice ever in the course of human history. I was having a little bit of a dark moment, and he said, that's the best thing I can tell you right now. And that's the best thing I can tell you right now. Get closer to God. This life is no cakewalk. It's hard. But once we know that we have God with us, like that little glimmer this morning about the barbershop showing up in the car with Joshie, that just picked me up to give me this joy and this courage to take on my life and this strength. Knowing I'm not handling anything alone. I have God with me. You guys understand that we can tap into God's wisdom on a moment by moment basis. His strength, His love, His approval, His guidance, His tact, His personality. He can tell us, don't go left, go right. Like He knows everything. Like why wouldn't we want this relationship with God who knows everything, sovereign over everything and everyone? Guys, don't play around with your relationship with Him. Google We Roll with God. Start listening to all of our messages. Just about you developing your own personal relationship with God. And then you can start feeling His presence, discerning His voice. Is this God talking to me or is this the devil talking to me? All day, every day, walking like this. Like yesterday, I was so excited with some customers. We had the best time. Just talking about God and our relationship with God, man. And God even sprinkled something last night because the wife is so into the number 11. And so I started Googling this number 11 last night because I thought I was the only fan of this 11. Like my 311 means something from God. My 811, another thing. The 711, the 411, the 211. Like I have all these 11s in my life meaning different things. So I ended up Googling after she told me that number 11 is special to her too. And it was just exactly what I tell you guys about how we have to live. This number 11 is like two planes. This is the spiritual plane, this is the physical plane where we are. And it's about walking in alignment with that. So like I always say, I walk with 1 foot here on earth and 1 foot in heaven. So I'm aligning those two. That's the discernment that I've been talking about, that we can get divine guidance. Divine guidance for our lives, guys. And we can know what it is that God Himself would have us to do because we can trust Him that He only wants what's best for us. I promise you with all my heart, God only wants what's best for us. So even if He allows bad things to happen, He knows that eventually it's going to be good for us. So don't miss out. Take Kevin up on that advice. And another thing he said, Neeks, I want you to work on being a wise woman. Okay, guys, so wisdom for me is just listening to God, being obedient to God. Anything that God says, I just have to say, okay, God, no problem, I got you. And just trying to be in alignment with this spiritual and the physical together. Just having constant conversation all day. Okay, God, we're here. What is it that you would have me to do? What would you have me to say? Where would you have me to go? And just walking in alignment with God, baby. That number 11, remember 11, meaning walk in alignment with Papa God all day, every day. Vibing like we're never alone, baby. We got God.